Hey guys, Jared and Mike here with SOFLO Homes. We didn't want Foster Care Awareness Month to go by without us sharing with you what led us to get involved in foster care in South Florida. So what led you to explore foster parenting?
Well, I mean, for me to get into it, it wasn't something that was right away. It took 2 years for me to really process and say, hey, this is something that we can do as a unit and really help these kids.
Right. Yeah, for me, first hearing about it at a church service, that 19 kids were coming into care, I was like, what? Like a day? So I was like, that's heavy. So we went to the classes and training just to get more information to see, how we could help out. So what would you tell someone looking to explore getting involved in foster parenting?
Well, I mean, first I would say at least try it. Go to the classes. Really try to get an understanding for the need that's out there, and I think really at that point you'll really get a feeling if this is something that you'll be comfortable with.
Yeah, because a lot of people think that, if I sign up to do foster parenting, it's like, okay, here's a baby.
Yeah,
it's like, no. There's a lot of training and resources to it. And the first thing is to take a class and seeing what the needs are and seeing if it fits your life. So this is the question I think I've been asked the most. How do you deal with the not getting attached part of foster parenting?
I mean, that's a really hard question. I think you have to get attached at some point in order to take care of the child, and give them the love and care that they need while they're with you. I just think you have to understand what fostering is, that you take them in, you care for them, and the reunification is the goal at the end of the day. But it's hard.
Yeah. It's the not getting attached part is something that I had to fight against. But then I had this realization that it was kind of selfish, right? Because you get involved with foster care because the kid needs a home.
Yeah.
So what is the hardest thing and the most rewarding thing that you've gained through foster parenting?
I think the hardest thing is, having a child come into your home and not automatically adapt to a better, in my mind, a better lifestyle, a better loving environment than where they came from automatically. And it's just, there's so much trauma that, and lack of that they had before that is something that you had to really work on. But at first I couldn't understand it, but it took, understanding their trauma and working with them. That's when you kind of really understand that it's bigger than just, the amenities.
Right.
Of life. And the most rewarding.
Yeah, also the most rewarding thing of being a foster parent.
Is seeing just the kids' growth. On a regular basis, you get to see milestones that they hit, and that you help them. You pretty much help them hit. What I mean, and that's probably the most rewarding.
Yeah.
Is to see that they can live some form of a normal life, no matter what whatever you've gone through. So.
And even if it's for a couple of days, a couple months, or a couple of years, it's still rewarding because you're getting the pour in love and affirmation to that child that possibly up to that point never had it.
Yeah.
For me, the hardest thing was being so rigid with scheduling and stuff like that. The difficulty of the instability of what's coming, next, with visitations or with, having to go to certain appointments or visits by the caretaker. All of those are good things and necessary things, but that was one of my first pushbacks. My schedule is inconvenience. So once you realize that you're serving a bigger purpose and that you're doing it because you want to love and encourage that child that's in your home, then you get over your rigid schedule. And the most rewarding thing was probably having a little guy for almost a year, and then reunification and being able to be a part and have a relationship with biological mom and seeing him growing and thriving that's really cool to see. So yeah, that'd probably be the most rewarding.
If you're interested in foster care, please visit 4kids.us.